Alright, hi everyone, how's it going? Well, as usual, please let me know if you can't really hear me or if the video quality is blurry. We are back today with more Netrunner. Now, I know I haven't been uploading videos in the past week. I've been trying to wrap up the sparring decks with a bunch of videos to actually formalize it in stone, but that is taking longer than expected. So sorry about that. Hope you appreciate. I really appreciate your patience. In the meantime, however, we'll just get a quick game of this Alice deck going. This is the exact same deck that I was playing last time on the previous live stream, where I was testing out new cards. We'll continue testing out the new card in Yusuf, and we'll see if we can actually install the Yusuf this time and get it to work with Virus Breeding Ground. So yeah, well, we didn't manage to do it the first time, but we'll see if we can do it here. So let's get going with the game. Now I know this is a surprise live stream, so I won't expect many viewers, but still, we hope to get a good game so that everyone who is watching later on can enjoy it as well. And yes, if you're looking at the title, there will be some Armello action later. But we'll talk about more about that when we get to it. But first, we'll try to get a game in with this run-based Alice deck first. So, well, this will take a while. So yeah, we'll just keep waiting. I'll let you know over. Over the audio when I find a game. In the meantime, you can go ahead and do your stuff as I sit here and twiddle my thumbs waiting for an opponent to arrive. Alright, this is taking a while. Sorry about that. If anyone wants to play against me, I'll be more than happy to spar against you. Otherwise, we'll just have to wait. Not that much Jinteki.net traffic right now. Kind of to be expected. Well, unfortunately, I don't want to do this stream at an ungodly hour, so this will have to do. But yeah, if anyone wants to spar, let me know, or maybe log in and come challenge me. Fight! Let's fight. Oh, look, it's point flaws. Alright. We are up against Near Hub. Oh, I haven't seen that one in a long time. Near Hub, okay. It seems like my ID is gonna be slightly less useful than usual because they are gonna draw a lot of cards. So yeah, this should be a really interesting matchup. I'm tempted to keep this hand purely off the basis that I have a Hacktivist in my opening hand, which can make it really annoying for my opponent. So I'm gonna keep, and we'll see how this goes. Perhaps an opening hand with Mining Accident would be better, so that I can control the assets, but we'll see how this goes. I'm really not sure how to play against this Near Hub. It could be a kill deck for all I know. Oh, what the heck, it's gonna score turn 1, really? Bloody hell. That was not the opening I expected. I guess I'll Hacktivist and hope that they are not sneaking an agenda out. There's very little reason to rush an early agenda nowadays unless it's ARES. ARES would be really bad, but not much I can do about that. But yeah, I don't have to worry about Astro Script and breaking news, so that's a plus. But this Hacktivist should make things annoying for my opponent, assuming there's no agenda on the table. Ooh. Oh, this is calibration testing, isn't it? Yep, it is. So they're gonna score that off the Cali testing. That's probably a build, I'm guessing. The good news is it puts down on 0 credit, so I can... Oh no, it's the ARES. Okay, yeah, that's tough. That is really, really tough. How now, Brown Cow? Okay, step 1, drop sucker. Step 2, start running the heck out of my opponent's stuff. Oh, well, that's awkward. I did not expect to steal that agenda. Okay. I'll continue plinking at my opponent's hand by running archives. I have to worry about hard-hitting news though. So I think let's play safe here and take money. Hard-hitting news is a problem. And it is quite clear that my opponent is going for a tag-based strategy. Probably trying to kill me with Boom, if I had to guess what the 17 influence is being used for. So let's play a bit safe here. Okay, I'm not interested in contesting the assets. I am interested in running archives here. Oh, what is this? Why is there a view? And why is there a Cyberdex? Okay, this is really awkward. Why is there a view? Am I going to die to Punitive? Why is there a view? They discarded the view from hand. So... are you telling me there are agendas in hand that are better than view? Or maybe those are operations that my opponent needs to win the game. I guess in that case I'll play the Earthrise. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out why my opponent would ditch such a good agenda. Okay, that's the restricted card, Mamba Temple. I'm just figuring out, yeah, what is so valuable in my opponent's hand that they would willingly discard a view over anything else? I mean, even if my opponent had, like, what, 3 agendas in hand, view is pretty low. View is pretty high on the totem pole. you would rather ditch another agenda like Explodapalooza or One Pointer. So I have to think that my opponent wasn't flooded. They just wanted to keep a bunch of operations in hand. So, okay, we see more influence in the illegal arms factory. That's interesting. I can't really afford to trash it, which is a problem because... Ooh, now the ice archives. Yeah, there's no reason not to go for the indexing here. I mean, I at least bait out the Shannon Claire if there's one. Okay, so that's technically enough points for me to win. There's also a Lily Lockwell which has me worried because that could be a Lily Lockwell that thwarts my indexing. But if he doesn't have it, I basically win the game here. That's a bit unfortunate if that's the case. Right, I forgot about that. Yeah, when they scored the Ares, they were forced to rest the Calip testing, which triggered Hacktivist. So the Hacktivist actually milled the Bill in. Ah, okay, that explains everything. I was wondering why. Yeah, how did I get it? What did my opponent have that was so valuable that they had to ditch the Bill to Alice? Turns out that wasn't the Alice ditch. So, all right. Yeah, my opponent's deck looks like an utter monstrosity to deal with. Once they score the first Ares, it seems really, really difficult. Russian NEH. Interesting. Russian NEH. Yeah, it doesn't need global foods. It does exchange of information and all that shenanigans. Yeah, it's a bit curious. I'm not sure which is actually better. My gut feeling is Estelle Moon is too good to not play. Yeah, if I were to build Russian NEH, which basically is Asset Spam plus Fast Advance, I would actually play Estelle Moon, Team Sponsorship, and Jeeves over Mamba Temple, Illegal Arms. And yes, Advanced Assembly Lines in NEH is always nice to have. You get to trigger your ID ability on your opponent's turn as well. That's really cool. So once again, is this the second or third straight game? I don't know. Yusuf never made an appearance. This game ended way too quick. Alright, I guess we'll try another game. Alright. Let's get another game. Hopefully one that lasts slightly longer, one that allows me to use Yusuf. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, that was a very fast game. But Russian NEH is a pretty fast deck itself, so interesting. Yes, completely correct. I did not think of that. Clearly I'm not at the top of my game. Yes, okay. Great. Let's get on with our second game. Hopefully, we'll get to show Yusuf off. Okay. What is this? This hand is crap. 3 programs and indexing a hacktivist against who? Ag Infusion. Oh no, we are gonna get rused. We're gonna get booped. This is bad news bears. Actually, against Ag Infusion, I really feel like keeping this hand because it's David and Almakwa. They mulligan. So tempted to keep. Like an opening indexing and then burning them with hacktivist would be so good. Oh, this is so good. But I need my money, I need my draw. This has to be a Mao. Alright. That hurt. That Mao, yeah, I mean I had to, but the problem is this hand is not much better. So I'm really running a really cute Inversificator, and I think it's going to be really crucial in this matchup. We'll see how my opponents, really, Scarcity, really, screw you. Get out. Whirlpool, Egg-Sack, Snare? What is this? Okay, guess we're dealing with that. Fast Track goes in, Snare goes in, double Whirlpool Egg-Sack. I'm gonna trash the Egg-Sack. Unfortunately no agendas, so the Scarcity remains. I'm also gonna force a trash from HQ. Now this would be an okay-ish time to play Virus Breeding Ground, but with Scarcity out, it's definitely not worth it. Oh, come on, Breach Dome. Jeez, okay. I guess that turns off Alice's ability, right? It mills the Maw and it trashes the Mimic from hand. Wow. Alright. This ain't no Hydra, I guess. Okay, so they draw 3 cards, which means there's a Snare in hand, and the 4th card is the Fast Track. Okay, keep that in mind as we continue on. Thankfully, it didn't hit the Inversificator. That's probably the Snare. I'm probably not very interested in running it, I guess. Draw. Yeah, just index. I shouldn't be indexing 3rd click. This is really bad, by the way. What the fudge? Okay. Alright, so Fast Track's definitely the last card. I'm definitely gonna try to steal the Labyrinthine. Question is, how do I arrange the other agendas? Damn it, I really should have indexed 2nd click because I drew it on click 1. Let me think about this. I could try to flood their hand. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll drop the Mushin, then I'll have 3 agendas in a row coming up, and I'll immediately get my 3 points right here. Okay, so we'll steal that. And they'll Mando into the Obo Carter. I could have tried to do other funny stuff, but I didn't want to give them a Fast Track because that would allow them to shuffle R&D and shuffle all the agendas away. I definitely did not want to give them a Mushin, so I had to put both agendas on top. Hoping here that they don't draw, they install Ice on R&D, credit, alright. So, what if I try to go for R&D here? What's the worst that could hit me? Komainu is pretty bad. But they did draw into the Obo Carter. Let's go for it. I don't think... I mean, it's going to be a bunch of Whirlpools, right? Let's try. Yep, it's a bunch of Whirlpools. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, draw... Oh, Yusuf. Interesting. Draw. And gamble. Alright, so it's quite clear that my opponent's strategy here is to res the outermost Whirlpool. Are you really doing this? Alright, can I afford to let them steal an Obo Carter? Well, the first thing I can do is run HQ. They're only on 4 credits, so I don't even have to worry about bloody Komainu. Cortex Lock would be a pain. It probably prevents me from stealing any Obo Carters, but run HQ. Oh, it's an Excalibur. Well, that's it, I guess. That sucks. Yeah, there were a lot of nasty eyes that could be. Preemptive action, that's fine. I guess I'll keep drawing. Career fair this out. And I'll take money in case they're running voter intimidation. This deck is so wonky. I don't even know. That's probably the Oberkater. I just didn't feel like stealing it because, you know, why would you? I would think my opponent's pretty far behind by now. So yeah, my opponent's plan is probably to res Whirlpool on the outside and then boot me into the remote and force me to access whatever nasty card there is. I'm just thinking right here, Whirlpool means I cannot jack out, so I need to be careful with that. But at the same time, I have an Armello in my deck, so I'm not out of the woods. Speak of the devil. Okay. I'll draw a couple more cards. I'm going to play Virus Breeding Grounds, and I'm going to take some money. So Whirlpool is strength what? Strength 2. So as long as I run with a 2 strength Armello, I should be safe. What's happening here? And why is the card being advanced? I mean, they're only on 1 credit. It could only be a June bug. Why are they doing that? Can they really kill me? I don't think they can. I'm just gonna hit it. Even if it's a June bug and I lose my Inversificator, which would suck, but oh. Well. That's game, I guess. I guess they got agenda flooded. They did draw into a lot of agendas. That second indexing was huge, but yeah. Well, I don't think my opponent really stood a chance once I found Armello Virus Breeding Grounds, because I could basically walk through all the Mythic Ice and Trap Ice. Once again, the Yusuf did nothing! Well, one day we will make Yusuf do something. But for now, yeah, I guess that's a couple more Alice games out of the way, right? So that will do it for the Netrunner section of today's stream. Thanks to everyone tuning in. Oh yeah, let's look at the comments for a bit more. This is why you play Archives Interface. Yes, that's a very good one. This earlier iteration of this deck used to have Archives Interface. Let's see if I can show it to you. That's a very good point, Razuka. Very, very good point. Yes, this is evidence. There was an Archives Interface in this deck. There used to be. The reason I took it out was because the Archives Interface there was mainly for CVS, right? The problem is once your opponent starts dropping CVS in the bin, you can no longer run Archives to charge up Yusuf, to charge up Data Sucker, to charge up Armello. That was the main problem I was facing. That was the reason I had Archives Interface. And then I found Virus Breeding Ground. With Virus Breeding Ground, you don't need to worry about CVS in the bin anymore, because you can passively gain virus tokens every turn. Even if they purge, when your turn starts, you get a couple more virus tokens with Breeding Ground, and you can start moving them to Armello. So I'm not worried about CVS in the bin anymore, which is why deck slots being important, I took it away for Hacktivist, which is very useful, especially against someone who turn 1 scarcities you. Of course, this does not solve the Breach Dome in the bin problem, which is why I faced that particular game, but well, as we saw, my opponent's deck didn't really get to function, so not having Archives Interface was all good anyway. But thanks for bringing that up. Very good point. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, as promised, we are now going to switch over to Armello. For those of you who aren't familiar, Armello is a digital board game. And it seemed pretty new when I checked it out, but it turns out it's been around since like 2015. Right, so I don't usually do this, featuring games. Actually, this channel used to have, I just use, before Netrunner became my main thing, to, just upload whatever videos I fancied you know, you can see me play some random Flash games back in the day, and by back in the day I mean like 2007. So yeah, I guess this is a small part of it. But the main thing here is I want to see if my machine can handle the graphics load of Armello. This isn't by any stretch a high intensity, high computing power, high processing power game, I should say. So I really hope I can get a smooth stream. So if the stream appears jittery, or if the frame rate is low, or the video quality is low, give me a shout out, because I would like to know whether, you know, my machine has problems with such a simple game. Yeah, it seems like the video output is low, from what I can see. YouTube's telling me that, so that's a problem. Please do let me know on the stream if it is yeah, choppy or anything. So there will be, for the rest of this stream, I won't be doing any more Netrunner. So if you're only here for Netrunner, you may take your leave. Otherwise, you can stay on as I attempt to conquer the multiplayer in Armello. And I specifically picked today to play because today is Friday, which means it's Fury Friday. We are gonna have very fast games, and this should be pretty exciting. How do you start? Can I start? Why can't I start? What is wrong? Me want play. Right, there we go. Right, awesome. For those of you who have not played this game before or have no idea how this game works, I'll try my best to explain it as we go along. It's not a particularly complicated game, it's just really, really pretty. So let's get into the game and I'll explain as I go. Alright. So in this game, we are basically a bunch of small little animals trying to take over the throne from the corrupted, or rather corrupting Lion King, as it gets more corrupted by the day and starts being of old age and everything, starts losing health. We will try to there are various different ways in which we can usurp the throne, either by killing the king or by healing him with spirit stones and stuff. So we'll get there as soon as people actually ready up in the queue. But it's basically, I would say this is very similar to Mage Knight. Shout out to the Netrunners who were there at the executive retreat who introduced me to Mage Knight. That was a very fun RPG-like game, I would say, multiplayer RPG-like. So this, I would say, is very similar to Mage Knight in the from the board layout. You'll be playing on a digital board with hex squares. Hexagonal squares, so yeah, very reminiscent of the hex squares that you see in Mage Knight as well. And yeah, it's basically you know, there's combat and some interesting stuff that you cannot normally get, some interesting mechanics you cannot normally get on a tabletop game, such as stealth characters and some what else is there? Actually, it's mainly the stealth. The stealth is the interesting part, I guess. Oh, and the exploding dice, yes. Exploding dice are a bit harder to replicate in real life as well. Basically, various things in Armello will be determined by dice rolls, such as combat or when you encounter certain perils, which are basically obstacles or traps that are placed on the game board. Those have to be overcome with rolls, and when you roll a certain symbol, it will explode, which means that it will give you +1 to something, and then you get to roll an extra dice on top of it. So potentially, if you roll very well, you can potentially theoretically get an infinite amount of dice. So yeah, that's basically the mechanics that you can't really replicate with a tabletop game, which is pretty cool. Alright, we finally get 4 people up. So hopefully we can get the game going. Alright, so I will stick with Barnaby here. I'm not sure what all these exclamation mark symbols here mean, but anyway, I'm gonna take Barnaby. So at the start of the game, we all can select a character and equip them with a ring and an amulet, which all give different various stats. But most importantly, my character's ability is that I can switch my equipment cards freely. This is something you cannot normally do. Normally, if you equip an item over another, your old item is destroyed forever. So, yep. And I'm gonna try this ring that I just earned. Doubles income gain from settlements, which seems quite important for me since I'm equipment reliant, which means I need a lot of money. Clan Affinity, I have no idea what Clan Affinity dice are, but I'm going to go for +1 fight. Fight, you can never go wrong with upping your fight stat. It's probably the most important stat. Sometimes. Not all the time, sometimes. You can't go wrong with it. Alright. Right, so we'll get into the game and we'll see who can take the throne. Now, the upshot of this game when I obtained it is I saw that it was not...
I made this kingdom, I'll break it.
It's not a super competitive game like Netrunner in the sense that it has too much RNG for people to play this too competitively. So at least that will stop me from getting too hooked into this game. Alright, I want this, okay. Yes, the timer is very short here. That's my quest. Do I go first? Where am I? I'm not used to this is too fast, okay. No, that's not me, that is them. Alright. Yes, the turn timers are very fast. Normally you get a lot more time to think, but since today is Fury Friday, the clock is hyper accelerated. Alright, this is me, I'm here. I will want to make my way to the quest, which is denoted by this. And as you can see, all the terrain is different. You know, there are plains, for example, there are forests, there are mountains, and all of them do different things. One of my opponents, a bear, just explored a dungeon and found a Bane in the dungeon, which they are now fighting. Alright, so as you're gonna see, combat is done by rolling dice. Each die has 6 different sides, representing 6 different elements in this game. As you can see, swords increase your attack, and correspondingly shields increase your defense. And the difference is the amount of damage that goes through it. In this case, whoa, my opponent did a hell of a lot of damage and just outright kills the Bane. So damage is down on both sides, the Bane dies, and as a reward, my opponent gets 1 prestige. That blue icon, this crown icon here is prestige. Alright, by default, if no one's able to usurp the throne, the one with the most prestige wins, so that's an important stat to have. My opponent explores the dungeon again and gets some money. Cool. So much to explain, but yeah, just a few notes on the symbols. So this is my fight stat. Ooh, Amber. Alright, I have to be careful of this character here because they are most likely gonna hit in a similar direction as me. So I need to take note of where they go. Oh, they're going northwards, so that should be fine for me. It seems like the quest is somewhere towards the north, so they are just sticking towards the north path. So that's good for me. So I don't have to worry about enemies in my way. Soon it's going to be my turn. What cards do I have? Summon Spirit Stone, Terrorize Settlement. This is an equipment card that does something. Alright. We'll keep going. We'll keep going. And we'll keep going. Next turn we should be able to get to that settlement there. Do I want to play this? No, I can't. I can't play that. Right, that's it. Well, I'm not used to this timer. This timer is very fast. So this game has 2 cycles, or a day-night cycle. During the night, the Banes come out of the dungeons, and the Lion King in the middle of the board gains rot. They start rotting away, becoming more corrupted as time passes. So now we're gonna enter the night phase, and everyone gets to move again. So during each player's turn, everyone has 3 action points to spend. Typically, one move is considered one action, moving to an adjacent tile. And my opponent here is stealth, so you couldn't see them in the forest, but now they're out of stealth since they're out of the forest, and now they are encountering a peril. So they have to defeat this by rolling these exact symbols. We saw the sword and shield, a pair of contrasting symbols, but there's also the sun and the moon. And my opponent fails this. They did not roll the sun, and so they're gonna get punishment for that, losing some magic stuff. But they gain coins from exploring the dungeon. So it's a very pretty interface. Yeah, as you can see, the art is beautiful, it's gorgeous. And I think this is a pretty friendly game for casual players because a lot of actions are just automated for you. Like when my opponent stepped onto this dungeon tile here, you know, you just automatically explore. There's no need to do anything more. So very simple game with a fair amount of complexity running underneath. So we notice that the bear is now here. The bear is moving here. They might want to attack Amber. This could be interesting. Amber's in the way. If he walks to this tile, there's going to be some action happening. And you can see he's buffing himself, so it's very likely going to jump into battle. This should be interesting. Alright. So he played a bunch of cards that gave him more dice and more swords and everything. This is going to be a pretty lopsided battle. The rabbit only has 3 dice to the bear's 8 dice. That's nasty. Let's see what happens here. So you can see the dice exploding. When they roll a 3 symbol, you get an attack and you get a new dice to roll. Alright. Woo! That hurt. And the rabbit got pushed back. And yeah, they wanted to go there because this was their quest space. So everyone has a different quest space. It's quite clear that the bear's quest space was here. The rabbit's is probably somewhere in the north. And I'm gonna get to my next turn since it's over here. Alright, but to get to this space, I need to traverse through these series of mountains. Mountains are annoying because they cost 2 action points instead of the 1 usual to enter. So going to my quest is still possible, but it's going to take my entire turn. Ooh, bribery was played. Okay, I need more. Ooh, Tower Shield. Me love Tower Shield. Me equip Tower Shield. Very good. Alright, where am I? Going this way. That way. And now we do quest. Do I want the apprentice at a possible cost of 2 health? Spell cards cost 1 magic less. I'm going for it. So when you do a quest, you will gain stats, but you can go for additional rewards, but they come at a risk, and clearly I failed this quest and I take 2 damage as a result. That sucks. Well, not much I can do about that. I can't do anything else actually. So that's the end of my turn. Yeah, that sucks. I would have really liked to be able to cast spells for cheaper, because this focus spell is a bit too expensive for me right now. Alright. At the dawn of every day, the player with the highest prestige gets to play a global modifier that affects everyone, a king's degree. Cursed lands across all normal perils in the kingdom. Alright, so perils, those obstacles, traps that are in our way, are represented by those flags with skulls on them. And they just had their difficulty increase, which is not a lot of fun for us. That kind of changes my plans. Oh, I get to select a new quest since I completed my last one. Even though I failed to get a reward, it was still a completion of the quest. I would like to actually try for this. I really want the extra. Wait. All right. Where is my new quest? I need to find... Oh gosh, it's far. It is far! The worst thing is not that it's far. The worst thing is that there are 2 other players in my way, which is pretty annoying. They might try to kill me. There's also a peril here in my way, so yeah, this is just really bad. What can I do? Yeah, this doesn't bode well for me at all actually. What is my path of least resistance? I'm thinking of going to the dungeon here, but my next step will be tricky. If I go this way, I'll have to spend 2 AP because it's the mountains, which is pretty bad. If I go this way, I'll have to face a peril which I almost certainly cannot beat. If I go this way, I'll lose 1 health because it's a swamp, and it's not going in the correct direction either. I think I might have to take the peril actually. Yeah, it's the only way I can reasonably complete my quest quickly. Slanderous Toads. Yep, I think I'll go for it. Yeah, they're all crowding around my quest area, which is really annoying. I'll continue drawing item cards, a shield, that's it. Okay, first time I'm gonna move here. And I would like to... Oh, I can't... Yeah. I'll move to the dungeon. Let's explore the dungeon. We get magic. That is really nice. Extra spirit. I would like to have extra spirit, please. And I would like to challenge this. I'm gonna burn that. I'm gonna burn that. So now I only need to match 2 symbols. I say only, it's probably not gonna happen. Nope, it did not happen. I lose 1 health and 1 action point. Not the worst deal. Because I know action points lose there. So that's the end of my turn. But now I'm fairly low on health, which is a very dangerous prospect. So one interesting mechanic of this game that is pretty unintuitive is that... Ooh, Spirit Stone. Anyway, the number of cards you draw each turn depends on the number of cards you have at the start of your turn. You draw up to a certain max hand size, determined by this stat here, your wit. So at the start of every turn, I always drop to 4 cards. Which means that you don't... in this game, hoarding cards is actually not as good as in most other games. You don't really want to hoard cards because you won't get to draw new cards that way. So for cards that are not of much use to you, it's always worth just dumping them when you are facing perils or battles to burn them for symbols on your dice. So if I choose to burn this card during a combat, for example, it'll guarantee me this symbol on one of my dice. Alright, battle on. Once again, the bear has a lot more dice than the rabbit, but the rabbit seems to have a lot of attack, so this could get interesting quickly. It could be the case that both kill each other if both sides roll a lot of attack, which seems to be the case here. Yep, so the rabbit's probably going to die here. The bear's going to take some substantial damage as well. Alright, and the rabbit's ejected. So, the other thing interesting about this game is that death doesn't confer much of a penalty, to be honest. You lose 1 prestige, that's about it. You get sent back to your starting tile, and that's it. So sometimes it can actually be beneficial to die if it means that you get to walk back to your home, which might land you closer to your quest. Is the rabbit gonna land on my space? Nope, they're not. They're gonna go to... Ah, their quest was there. Interesting. No one went for the Spirit Stone, which means I get an uncontested Spirit Stone. This is really interesting. The bear is here. I could potentially run into the bear square and kill it. That is a thing I could do, yes. If I feel like being a dick. That's a good item. That's a good item. That's a really good item. Wow! I've just got a bunch of good items. Okay. So, first, second, I'll heal myself. Now, I'm definitely going here. And I'm definitely going here. The question is, do I kill the bear? I think I do because I want to get the settlement. So, just a short detour. And hopefully I get a free prestige as well. And maybe slow down my opponent. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. This could be useful. I'm going to keep it with me, which means I'm just going to roll this. Oh, I'm going to take a bunch of damage. That's 3 damage, that's quite a bit. Ouch. Ouchie, ouchie. That may not have been worth it, but hey, I have 1 more prestige now. And I forced 1 prestige off my opponent. I claim the settlement. There's not much else I want to do, honestly. Yeah, we're good. Alright. I'm not the prestige leader, so I don't get to choose these cards. Right.
Under my name.
No battle between heroes until the next turn, unless you want to lose your prestige. Alright, so this is probably going to be a pretty peaceful turn. But some people don't really care about prestige, because that's not the only way to win. So, 2 other ways to win are invading the castle and killing the king. That's something you can do, but the king right now has 5 health points, as you can see on the right. Not very advisable. The other way to win is to collect Spirit Stones, which you saw me collect 1 of just now. You need 4 of them, then you barge into the castle and attempt to heal the king. So those are the other 2 ways in which you can win without worrying about your prestige at all. Right, let's take stock of where everyone is. The rabbit's near me. That's a concern because I'm pretty low on health points. I do not want to die now because I'm very close to my quest. It would suck if I die now. Oh wow, yeah, there's a very good chance I might die now if someone plays a nasty spell on me. That would suck. Where's the bear? The bear got sent back to square 1. As long as they don't trudge into... Yep, they're not coming into the square, that's fine with me. Okay. Right, they got some magic there. And... Hargrave is here, interesting. Okay. Oh yeah, I should talk about everyone else's abilities as well. That could be important. So Hargrave fires cannons at adjacent creatures if he's on high ground or something. Oh really? Well, I'm afraid you're messing with the wrong person, my friend. I have a fair bit of defense. And I would like to stay alive here, so I'm gonna burn this card here. And get more dice. And I'm gonna roll this. As long as I take fewer than 3 damage, I should be fine. Oh ho ho! Oh ho ho! They are in trouble! They are in a lot of trouble! 5 damage! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5! That's a kill! Don't mess with me. I have equipment, you don't. Well, that was a free prestige. I'll take that. You know, we take these things. Very, very ambitious. Okay, I'm gonna keep drawing from here. That's more health. That's a teleport off of Bane. I would like to have a spell as well. Summon Bane. That's a bad spell. Okay, first things first. I think I don't need to play that yet. Let me get in here. -1 health. I'll risk it. -1 health is one of the worst, the least damaging punishments you can get. And I can heal myself anyway, which I'm about to do right now. I'll move upwards that way. I get magic. Okay. There's not much else I want to do with my turn, to be honest. Just gonna move there. Done. I want to ideally move here so that I can heal.
Darkness.
Oh, I got sabotage. My dice cannot explode. Not the worst thing to happen, I guess. Alright. So a fight is happening here. Oh, this seems like a pretty good roll for the bear. It's gonna be a pretty convincing kill. Yes, that's a kill on the Bane. So it's 4 health. Right, so that's a free prestige for the bear. Killing a Bane grants you prestige as well. So yeah, the bear seems to be good, doing pretty good. You wanna watch out for him. I get a quest. Spirit Stone. Oh yes, where is my quest? It's very, very far away. I don't see it. Where is my quest? Oh, there. It's not that bad. It's still technically reachable in 2 turns. Also, I have a bunch of rod spells. I could potentially go down the rod path if I wanted to. Summon a Bane, teleport nearest Bane to Tal. I could. I really could. It's really, really tempting. Do that. More leather armor. Not much else I can do. Oh, I'm now the prestige leader. Yay!
And what this day?
Ooh, I could punish infected heroes. No one's infected. Or strip equip item. Yeah, let's do that.
This should be interesting.
Alright. That's actually really good for me because now I can quit this and free up 1 and slot. There we go. That was why I did that really. Because I had a lot of equipment and I knew I could punish other people who don't have that many equipment or cash as I do. Also, I need to be really worried about this guy because they're probably gonna attack me soon. I can feel it from here. Yeah, I might have a thing coming at me. We'll see. Thankfully it's daytime, so my opponent probably doesn't have that much magic available. Magic only replenishes at night. No, they did nothing. Okay, good for me. Ooh, pew pew. Oh, they took my settlement. That's annoying. Oh, that's fine. This settlement is still mine. And wait, they just died. Why did they just die? 2 health. I'll take that. 2 health is good. Let me complete my quest. And take the settlement as well. Spirit Stone, worth it. Can I actually succeed in the quest? Yes, I can. I get a Spirit Stone. So now I have 2 Spirit Stones. Not that it really matters. And I'm done with my turn. New quest. Oh wow, that is so far away from everyone. I could potentially get it. No, it's quite far away from me as well. Yeah, this is interesting. I actually want the Spirit Stone. Yeah, it looks like I'm going for a Spirit Stone victory here, which is quite odd because usually with my character you have a lot of items and hence you want to go for, you know, a fighting victory where you kill the king. But I guess I can heal him as well. Oh wait, no, my quest is now upstairs. That's interesting. Upstairs. That's really interesting because there are a bunch of enemies in this area upstairs. Ah, the bear is AFK, that's why. Oh, or not, I don't know. Alright, yeah, out of my way. Otherwise I would be kind of forced to attack them. Yeah, I'm just gonna complete quests now and maybe try to siege the castle sometime later. Wait, what happened? Oh, someone has a stranger. And Brune played teleport somewhere? Where are they? I have no idea. This is confusing. Oh, it's my turn now. Okay. My turn is really boring actually. Yeah, that's it. There's really not much to do. I need to cross that mountain range though, so I can't actually complete the quest until next turn. I'm still the prestige leader, so I get to decide. Every hero gains a rod, or I think I have to give everyone a rod here.
Perfect. It is so.
That sucks. I did not want to get rotted. So the problem with rot is that you lose 1 health at the start of each dawn, which is why I've been holding back on these cards. But I guess now would be